It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video. So in this video we're going to be talking about who will replace Abraham as the comic relief character. So of course when Abraham was alive, he was the one that had all of the cool, funny lines here and there, like Dolphin Smooth, Mother Dick. And because of that, he was like the comic relief of the show. The show is very dark, very intense, and there were some moments where Abraham lightened up the atmosphere and the feeling of the episode when he said something funny. But ever since he's been killed off, it seems like we don't have that anymore. Now, there's been some from other characters. For example, Tara is an attempt at that. She has some funny lines here and there. Not anywhere close to what Abraham had, but it was an attempt to be the comic relief. And then, other than Tara, we have Eugene as well, who has some funny lines here and there, mainly because of the way he talks and things like that. It's mostly his characteristics and his personality rather than him just being a funny dude. So, because of that, we can't really consider Eugene as the comic relief either. But the other two characters that are at the top of my list right now as being the comic relief characters in the show are Negan and Jerry. Of course, for Negan, he has a lot of dark humor. There are some funny lines that are just really funny and there's really nothing to them, but there are also lines that are very dark as well. Like, they're funny, but they're dark as well, so it's dark humor. So because of that, I feel like Negan being as dark as he is and being the kind of character he is, he gives people the impression that they shouldn't like him because he's a bad guy. People get this impression that they shouldn't like him because he's a bad character. And when he says something funny, even if it's not dark humor, if it's just very humorous, they're not gonna have the same sort of reaction to it because it's Negan saying it. So because of that, I feel like, at least for TV show fans only, Negan will never be the comic relief character. Now for comic readers, he's always gonna be funny. Because, of course, he was in the comics and just being adapted from the comics and saying the lines he said in the comics and being as funny as he is in the comics, comic readers are going to look at him as a funny character anyway. But, like I said, that's just going to be a portion of the fans, only comic readers. But in general, for all fans, comic and non-comic readers, I don't think Negan can fill that gap. So then we get to the second character that's at the top of my list, and that's Jerry from the Kingdom. So I think if they don't kill Jerry off, which I'm hoping they don't, he has the ability to become what Abraham once was and have funny lines here and there and be just a funny dude. Now, there are some funny lines from him already. One was when he says deuces, and the other is when he's just acting weird and then Ezekiel says Jerry, and then he starts acting right again. So that's part of his character as well, which is cool, which is funny. And then also there's other things like when Rick was telling the story about the gold, he says, all right, when Rick is done. And it's just a cool moment. It's like Rick is telling a serious story and we're just captivated by the story and what it means to him and how it applies in this scenario in where we are in the story. And then we have Jerry saying something that cracks us up. So I think that in the long run, if they don't kill Jerry off, he has the ability to become what Abraham once was and become the comic relief character of the show. But I want to know your opinions about this. Who do you think can replace Abraham as the comic relief character? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video.